Hey, it's Friday. Welcome into your go-to show for sports here on the Shore, Delmarva Sports Insider. I'm Anthony Joseph.
And I'm Chris Brunk. Thank you for joining us. We have a lot to get into, as we do every Friday night.
We certainly do. Let's go over what we have in store for you tonight. We have highlights from the Delmarva Christian girls taking on Middletown. It was the marquee matchup, but did it live up to high expectations? And then we'll have my interview with a coach that just earned his 300th win.
And we've got a huge showdown in boys wrestling. Huntingtown making the trip across the bridge to face the Stephen Decatur Seahawks. We'll have those highlights in a minute, but before we get to that, it was Delmarva Christian coming into this game really hot, Anthony, right?
One of the best teams really on the Shore, but they faced a tough competitor, and that was the, of course, Middletown Cavaliers. 4-game winning streak for Delmarva Christian. They took on Middletown. Let's go to the highlights. Middletown would prove to be a worthy opponent for Delmarva Christian. Tip-off and the Cavaliers, they get the ball. Bree Harding, and she goes strong to the basket. It's the easy bucket. She'll have 19 points in the game. Isabella Marella passes it in, swings it back. Marella in the corner. She shoots and drains it for the Royals. They needed that offense there. Middletown gets the rebound, passes it. Gabrielle Dacu, she shoots and gets the three with her total of 18 points in the game. Cavaliers Harding, she's back again, dribbling the ball, setting up the pick for Isaiah Calloway. She'll go around some defenders. She shoots and gets the bucket, adding on to the Cavaliers' lead. Royals swings the ball. Avery McCoy, she shoots from downtown, and count, that was a big three. Middletown goes on to beat Delmarva Christian 50-29. After the game, we spoke to the Middletown head coach, Brendan Mann, about the momentum going forward after facing a very talented Royals team.
Well, I mean, we have 3 big games coming up next week. We got to play Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So my hope is that we can keep this momentum moving into next week and really just focus on doing the little things right. You know, tonight was a good example that we knew that they were incredible players and that if we didn't find a way to keep them off the three-point line and keep them off the rebounds, that we were going to have a tough time tonight. And so, you know, that was our big thought coming in here.
And it was a big one in Berlin today, Anthony. Stephen Decatur Wrestling, they're having a great year. They're unbeaten in the Bayside, but today playing out of conference against Huntingtown. And the Hurricanes have not dropped a single match this whole season, 12-0 coming into the contest. A huge test for the Seahawks as we come down the final stretch of the season, and it's Blake Ashley for the Hurricanes getting the pin 35 seconds into the first round of his bout. Up next at 175, Tyler Hayden gets a hold of a Marion Manuel's leg, sweeps the other one. Manuel trying to maneuver, but Hayden gets on top and gets the pin. Huntingtown jumps out to a 26-0 lead after the first 5 bouts, 3 pins in those 5. Decatur, a lot of ground to make up. Nate McDaniel at 2:15, able to get the pin right there. Seahawks get on the board. McDaniel gets blood on his face. He paid for that one. Juan Hinosa at 120 pounds. He gets both shoulders down in the first round. Stephen Decatur makes a late push, but the Hurricanes' lead was just too great to overcome. Huntingtown takes the match 44-26. Here's head coach Josh August after a tough battle with one of the top 2A teams in Maryland.
You could teach wrestling. We got to find some more heart in some of those matches and get out of those tough situations, stay off our back. You know, I think that we've wrestled good all year, and we got some young guys in the lineup, and you know they kind of got their feet wet on some ranked guys in the state, and it didn't go our way. So we got to work on some positions, and just got to get better everywhere. We just got to get better at wrestling.
This week, the Laurel Bulldogs wrestlers, they battled the Wildcats for the final home game, Chris. It was senior night, a lot of festivities, and some good wrestling if you're rooting for the Bulldogs. They're honoring those who gave it their all. Meanwhile, for Delmar, you had Jasmine Sneed looking to get some points on the board, trying to flip over Laurel. He'll get the cradle. He holds it and gets the pin as Sneed will win the 144 class, trying to bring Delmar back. They needed that victory. Then for Laurel Jr., Cade Wooten controlling the match. He'll get the pin. He goes and gets the shoulders down, and he'll win the 120 weight class. That is Wooten, just with that smooth technique. Then we had the match of the night. Yes, it certainly was. Senior Cortez Rodriguez is looking to end the match. He'll flip over his opponent, and he'll get that victory. Count it. He gets the win. He closes out the night for Laurel. They'll go on to beat Delmar 47-28. After the match, we talked to Rodriguez.
All the new friends I made over 4 years, 3 years of wrestling, I'm not going to see them no more, so it's kind of emotional moment. Basically, I got offered from York College, and they said they wanted me over there, and my passion is really just throwing and stuff. I'm just going to go over there and try my hardest, see where I go.
Chris, we're going to have to follow him, but stay updated while we're at the games in real time.
Follow WMDT Sports on Facebook and X right now. And this week we had James Bennett taking on the Pocomoke Warriors. Clippers swinging the ball to Jason Brittingham. He takes the three and cashes it. Brittingham had 15 points on the night. Zymir Walker with the ball, surveying the court, crossover in the lane, and kisses this one off the glass. Walker finished with 14 points for Pocomoke in the game. Clippers back on offense. It's Zakai Smolin in the corner, bulldozing his way. Baseline for the layup. Smolin led Bennett with a team-high 26 points. Warriors trying to make their way into the paint. It's into the hands of Malachi Bonville. Pulls the trigger, drains it. He had 16 on the night. Clippers now moving the ball in transition. It's going to be Caden Jacoby, goes up and will not be denied. 2 of his 13 points right there. Bennett would just keep hitting shots, keep extending their lead. They beat the Warriors 83-74. After the game, we talked to head coach Jamal King about continuing their momentum and their focus going forward.
Well, we haven't lost a game at home. Our next 3 games are at home, so we're trying to build off that momentum right there, just playing at home, protecting home court. Every Bayside game in and out is tough, so protecting home court is one of our biggest things that we're trying to do right now. Right now, we just focused on ourselves. Focus on getting better every day. Focus on the little details, whether it's free throws, whether it's taking care of the ball, little things like that.
Now to high school football there, Chris. We have a talented defensive player. He was getting a lot of offers, but he wanted to stay close to home, and it really matters when you have a famous head coach courting you.
Yeah, that'll be a big pull for sure.
Trumbell has signed on to play college football at DSU, and for former Eagles player Deshaun Jackson. Jackson has added a lot of talent. Players like Antonio Gage Jr. and others. Trumbell is a playmaker and fits in nicely with the talent that Jackson is signing. Trumbull played for Red Lion Christian this past season and racked up 14.5 sacks, 120 tackles. He's super quick, and the offensive linemen, they have trouble protecting the quarterback when he's back there.
I know I would love to play for Deshaun Jackson. And moving on to another player, Carantez Bratton has signed on to play college football for Shepherd University. The Parkside running back rushed for 1,465 yards. He scored 16 touchdowns this past season. Another Bayside player, Stephen Decatur, playmaker Zachary Baker. He's also going to be playing at Shepherd University. It's a Division II school out in West Virginia. He provided a major spark for the Parkside Rams this past season.
He certainly did. Congratulations. The second-ranked Salisbury University men's lacrosse team has already one win, looking for another one tomorrow against Grove City College, the Wolverines. The game will be held at the Under Armour Global Headquarters, the campus in Baltimore. The contest has been moved up to 11 a.m. because of rain that's been expected to happen on Saturday afternoon.
I know I am really fired up for lacrosse season. But we got news for another local player, the former Deltec Roadrunner, Zach Hart. He's now pitching for Young Harris College. He's in his second season there. He just won the Conference Carolinas Pitcher of the Week award. Hart dominated on the mound. 7 scoreless innings he tossed, allowing just 3 hits, striking out 3 in his first game of the season. Last year, in his junior year, he started 15 games and pitched 75 2/3 innings, earning a 9-4 overall record as a starter. And Anthony, with baseball these days, there's all these numbers, the sabermetrics, all exit velocity, everything. But at the end of the day, especially as a pitcher, are you winning the game? Can you get it done when it really counts?
And really, does he have good movement and velocity? And he does. And that's why he's having early success. He had 2 years with Stu Mann at Deltec, and taking his talents elsewhere, and congratulations. We're calling our first time out, but when we return,
you'll be hearing from a local basketball coach that just hit 300 wins. We've got that and more when Delmarva Sports Insider returns.
My name is Coach Eilers. I'm the head coach for Polytech, and you are watching Delmarva Sports Insider.